What's up, Flash Beaters? Get ready for a rapid-fire rundown of the hottest entertainment news. First up, legendary director Rob Reiner is getting the band back together, and we're talking about a sequel to the iconic. This is Spinal Tap. Get ready for Spinal Tap II. The end continues. And the Spinal Tap reunion tour continues. We're diving deep into the hilarious antics of Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, and Harry Shearer, as the fictional British rock band hits the stage once more in Spinal Tap II. The end continues. A movie packed with music and laughs. The buzz is deafening as fans clamor for more from the world's loudest mockumentary band. We're breaking down the latest on Spinal Tap II. The end continues, exploring the anticipation and the early reactions to the return of Nigel Tufnel, David St. Hubbins, and Derek Smalls. Finally, get the exclusive word straight from the source. Director Rob Reiner opens up about the challenges and triumphs of reuniting the legendary Spinal Tap for their latest cinematic adventure. Don't miss any of the flashbeat action. Smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Rob Reiner is bringing Spinal Tap back for a second act. After decades since the groundbreaking 1984 mockumentary, this is Spinal Tap. Director Rob Reiner is set to reprise his role as documentarian Marty Die for the highly anticipated sequel, Spinal Tap II. The end continues. This new film promises to reunite the iconic fictional British rock band, featuring original cast members Michael McKean, Christopher Guest, and Harry Shearer, as they embark on a new adventure filled with their signature blend of musical mishaps and deadpan humor. Reiner, known for directing classics like When Harry Met Sally and The Princess Bride, discussed the authentic musical talents of the actors involved, teasing that audiences can expect Die hilariously elaborate backstory to unfold. He also hinted at the real-life rockers who found themselves reflected in the fictional band's journey, adding another layer of meta-commentary to the already beloved franchise. The sequel aims to capture the same spirit that made the original a pioneering force in the mockumentary genre, while also exploring new comedic territory and perhaps even a few surprisingly poignant moments. Fans are already buzzing about the return of Spinal Tap, with social media alight with discussions about potential plotlines and the possibility of seeing their favorite characters back on screen. The prospect of Reiner returning to direct and star has generated significant excitement, with many hoping the sequel will live up to the legendary status of its predecessor and deliver the same brand of witty satire that defined the original film. Don't go anywhere, because the Spinal Tap saga is far from over. Next, we'll explore the new characters and surprising cameos that make Spinal Tap II. The end continues, a must-see event. Spinal Tap II. The end continues hits theaters with a rock and roll roar. Get ready for a dose of self-aware chuckles and hearty laughs as Spinal Tap II. The end continues brings the beloved fictional British rock band back to the big screen. This sequel to the 1984 classic, This is Spinal Tap, once again follows the misadventures of Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, and Harry Shearer, this time shadowing their journey as they prepare for a reunion concert in New Orleans. Directed by and starring Rob Reiner as documentarian Martin Die, the film revisits the pun-heavy, relaxed humor that fans adore. We catch up with Nigel, David, and Derek after a 15-year hiatus, revealing Nigel's new life running a cheese and guitar shop and Derek's venture into a glue museum. New characters emerge, including the deceased manager's daughter, Hope Faith, Carrie Godleman, who orchestrates the reunion, and promoter Simon Howler, Chris Addison, a clear parody of music industry figures. The film also features cameos from notable drummers like Questlove, Chad Smith, and Lars Ulrich, who wisely decline the band's offer after another drummer meets a mysterious end. Actress Valerie Franco joins as a talented new drummer, Diddy, adding a refreshing dynamic and helping to navigate the band's evolving social commentary. The sequel is generating significant online chatter, with fans debating its comedic impact and comparing it to the original. Early reactions highlight the performances of the lead actors and the film's witty spoof of nostalgia acts and the modern music industry. Many are particularly excited about the guest appearances, with Paul McCartney and Elton John reportedly playing significant roles, adding star power and musical credibility to the mockumentary. But is this reunion truly worth the hype? We'll break down the critical reception and whether Spinal Tap II hits all the right notes in our next segment. Spinal Tap's reunion, a hit or a miss? Fans of the legendary mockumentary band Spinal Tap may be asking themselves if the long-awaited sequel, Spinal Tap II, The End Continues, is a worthy successor to the 1984 classic. The film, which reunites Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, and Harry Shearer, hits theaters this Friday, aiming to recapture the magic that made This Is Spinal Tap a genre-defining hit. The movie picks up with the band members having gone their separate ways for 15 years, with Nigel Tufnel running a cheese and guitar shop, David St. Hubbins composing music for murder podcasts, and Derek Smalls managing a glue museum. Their reunion is spurred by Ian Faith's daughter, Hope, who discovers a contractual obligation for one last concert in New Orleans. Director Rob Reiner returns as Marty Die Berge to document their chaotic attempt to get back on stage, facing challenges that include finding a new drummer after a string of unfortunate incidents. Early reviews suggest a mixed bag. While the film boasts a star-studded cast including cameos from musicians like Paul McCartney and Elton John, some critics are questioning whether the sequel lives up to the original's groundbreaking humor. The film attempts to spoof nostalgia acts and the contemporary music industry, but some feel it doesn't quite reach the comedic heights of its predecessor, with one review stating it barely registers at 4 compared to the original's legendary 11. Despite the mixed reviews, the return of Spinal Tap has sparked major conversations. We'll hear directly from director Rob Reiner about the challenges and joys of bringing Nigel, David, and Derek back to the screen. Rob Reiner on reuniting the legendary Spinal Tap. Director Rob Reiner is ecstatic about bringing the iconic fictional hard rock band Spinal Tap back for Spinal Tap II, The End Continues. The original 1984 film, This Is Spinal Tap, not only defined the mockumentary genre, but also launched a unique career for the band, which has since released albums, performed live, and even spawned side projects like The Folksmen. Reiner explains that stepping back into the role of Marty Die Berge and reuniting with Michael McKean, Christopher Guest, and Harry Shearer felt natural, likening it to reconnecting with old friends. The sequel finds the band fractured after a 15-year split, with Nigel running a guitar and cheese shop, Derek managing a glue museum, and David composing music for podcasts in the U.S. Their manager Ian Faith has passed away. But his daughter, Hope, discovers a contract compelling them to play one last concert in New Orleans, with Die Berge's cameras rolling. The film is packed with cameos, including drummers Questlove, Chad Smith, and Lars Ulrich, as well as Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood. Music legends Paul McCartney and Elton John have significant roles, and Reiner emphasized the importance of integrating these cameos seamlessly into the narrative. He described working with McCartney and John as a thrill, highlighting their down-to-earth nature and their willingness to perform Spinal Tap songs. Reiner also revealed that the film's dialogue, like the original, is entirely improvised, drawing on the cast's deep understanding of their characters and their shared history. But the Spinal Tap journey doesn't end with the movie. Stay tuned as we wrap up all the biggest stories of the day in our lightning round recap. And that's a wrap on today's Flashbeat. We saw Rob Reiner revving up for Spinal Tap II. The End Continues, dived deep into the hilarious reunion of Spinal Tap's legendary members, explored the buzz around their comeback, and heard directly from Rob Reiner himself about bringing the band back. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Flashbeat for all your entertainment news, ring that notification bell so you never miss an update, and drop a comment below telling us your favorite Spinal Tap moment. You can also follow us on all social media platforms for more exclusive content.